Hello, my snow angels, and welcome back to my series where I do a deep dive on certain musical artists. This time, I am focusing on someone who is currently a rising star, so this video will be a little different than my videos on, let's say, Amy Winehouse and Whitney Houston. Since the singer is currently emerging as a superstar, it's possible that I'll eventually make an update video, but today I'm going to talk about how Chappell Roan became what I'm calling a sleeper star, and her importance on the music industry and how she has the potential to really start changing it. So when artists like her start emerging, we usually think that they're an overnight success, which I don't believe in overnight success as a concept, because they came out of nowhere. At first, when I started hearing her name a lot, I assumed that she was new, but I was surprised to hear that she's actually been in the industry for a while and is just starting to get the attention that she deserves, as she is incredibly talented. To be honest, I was reluctant about getting into her music because I struggle with getting into new artists. I have a tendency to just listen to stuff I got into in the past, and it takes a while to want to listen to new stuff. I'm pretty stuck in my ways. Of course, I knew about her controversy last month where she called out parasocial and toxic fans who don't respect her privacy, and I instantly liked her and respected her for that. But it took working with younger people and one of my coworkers putting on Pink Pony Club so I could listen for me to become interested in learning about her. I'd actually heard the song before, but I didn't know that it was hers, and I loved the song. So that was when I decided to learn about her. And I'm really glad that I did, because I found that not only can I relate to her a lot, but I believe that she has the power to really help change the industry. So without further ado, let's get into the story about how a girl from the Midwest became the powerhouse that is Chappell Roan. Kaylee Rose Amstutz, I hope I pronounced that right, was born in 1998 in Willard, Missouri, and grew up in a trailer park. She was raised conservatively and had to attend church 3 times a week, and was taught that being gay is a sin. Already, I can relate to this, as I was also raised in a rural and conservative area, was raised Mormon, and was also taught that being gay is a sin. Her family and friends found out that she can sing when she was in a talent show in middle school. As a teen, she also uploaded covers on YouTube, and when she was 16, she wrote her song, Die Young. She was then discovered and signed by Atlantic Records when she was 17. She flew back and forth from Missouri to LA and missed her senior year, prom, and even graduation. At the beginning of her career, the tricky part was choosing a stage name. She decided on Chappell Roan, based on her late grandpa's name, Dennis Chappell, whose favorite song was The Strawberry Roan by Marty Robbins. I think that's really sweet, since I lost my grandpa last year, who also did art and encouraged me in my artistic journey. So that's another thing that we share, I guess, the inspiration from our grandfathers. Her first EP, School Nights, was released in 2017 when she was in a witchy, dark, serious phase without a hint of her queer identity, as I believe she wasn't ready to start accepting that part of herself. As it does take a long time, especially when you are raised in a conservative Christian environment where you're taught that being gay is a sin. In 2018, she moved to LA and discovered that it wasn't the evil place that she was taught to think growing up, especially when it came to the LGBTQIA plus community. When she started going to gay clubs, it felt like a spiritual experience for her. And here's when she really started to become herself and began to explore her sexuality and freedom. This inspired her early 2020 song, Pink Pony Club, which was inspired by her experience at a gay bar in West Hollywood called the Abbey. Unfortunately, this song came out during the early days of the pandemic and didn't start catching on until the next summer. Atlantic didn't like that she was departing from her early broody style and dropped her in August 2020, which happened to be the same week that her 4.5-year relationship with a man had ended. She felt like a failure, but knew that she wasn't. However, she had to move back home with her parents and regroup. In the meantime, she worked at a drive-through coffee kiosk and gave herself a year to start saving money before going back to LA and trying again. She decided that if she failed again, she would enroll in college. During this time, Pink Pony Club was becoming a sleeper hit on TikTok. She ended up talking with producer Daniel Nigro. I hope I pronounced his last name right, but I don't want to sound like I'm saying the N-word, so I'm going to pronounce it as Nigro, who had worked on Olivia Rodrigo's album Sour. With his help as a producer, she released Naked in Manhattan and My Kink is Karma in May 2022 as an indie artist. Naked in Manhattan was filmed in New York with her friends, and she wore thrifted clothes. She was dating a boy then, but wished that she was dating a girl and wanted to explore her sexuality. It was her first openly queer song and the first one where she wore her iconic drag-inspired look. She started gaining a following on TikTok and Instagram, which attracted the attention of other major artists. At the end of 2022, she released Casual and Phenomenon, which, by the way, the video for Casual is sad but really amazing in storytelling about relationships, using the symbolism of a mermaid that has many male victims, but Chappell gives her heart to this mermaid and it doesn't end well. It's a beautifully symbolic song about these types of relationships, so I highly recommend it. She ended up opening for Olivia Rodrigo and Fletcher, which really helped with her rise, as Olivia Rodrigo is huge, as we all know. In early 2023, she started her Naked in North America tour, and instead of having traditional openers, drag queens opened her shows, which is, I think, is so cool. Concert goers were encouraged to wear wigs and dresses according to the theme. This tradition continues to carry over in her current tour. And personally, I love that she uses the drag queen aesthetic. I love drag queens. I remember going to New York and watching Brendon Urie in Kinky Boots, and I absolutely loved it. I love drag. So I think it's just so cool that this is a part of her persona and her aesthetic. And she's really big in the LGBTQIA plus community right now. And this is a huge reason why. She ended up signing to Nigro's Amusement Records, which is under Island, in 2023 because her album got too big to continue to be independent. Before signing, she negotiated with 9 different labels and told them, this is what I need. The only thing I need right now is money. So if you don't give me this, this, and this, I'm not going to sign with you because I can keep going on my own. It helped that she had a lot of leverage since her following was rapidly increasing. This is where I can really say that I think she's going to be part of changing the industry. Record labels are notorious for screwing over their artists in the name of making money. Too many young, bright-eyed artists with dreams get into record deals that they don't understand because these labels are taking advantage of their naivety and big dreams to get them into practically slave contracts. That's why it's good to sign when you are older and have negotiating power, abilities, and the ability to assert yourself like Roan did. But also, we do live in a day and age where you can make music independently and don't need record labels. Chappell knew that and used that to her advantage when negotiating. In September 2023, she released her debut album, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess, to high praise. A month later, she made it in the top 10 of Billboard's emerging artist lists. In February 2024, she made her late-night debut performing Red Wine Supernova in a wedding dress on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. It's also an excellent song with a very cute music video. In April 2024, her Coachella performance went viral on social media and really helped cement herself as a force to be reckoned with. Since then, she's continuing to deliver iconic performances and is a train you cannot stop from going everywhere. Then on August 20th, last month, she called out parasocial fans who infringe on her boundaries when they see her in public and even stalk and harass her family. She told them, I don't care that that's abuse and harassment. Stalking, whatever, is a normal thing to do to people who are famous or a little famous, whatever. I don't care that it's normal. I don't care that this crazy type of behavior comes along with the job, the career field I've chosen. That does not make it okay. That doesn't make it normal. Doesn't mean I want it. Doesn't mean I like it. This needs to be louder. I am so happy that she said this, especially early in the thriving part of her career, because this toxic behavior needs to fucking stop. I've been preaching this on my channel because I have seen how it's negatively impacted celebrities in my 30 years of life. I was only in middle school and early high school when all this shit was going down with Britney Spears. We do not need to continue to see this happen. We do not need to continue to be a part of the problem. This needs to stop. Remember that they are people with a right to privacy. If you want to go see them and interact with them, go to fan sign events, concerts, VIP concerts, festivals, meet and greets, whatever. Events where it is proper to go meet them. Don't bother them when they are at restaurants, walking their dogs, going to the gym, and for fuck's sake, don't stalk and harass family. That is a line that you should never cross. This kind of behavior is never okay, and in many cases, it's illegal. Don't do it. Switching gears a little bit, I'm going to talk about her persona as Chappell Roan. Chappell Roan is confident, openly queer, and hypersexual. She is everything that Kaylee wants to be on the inside, but can't be when she's Kaylee. At least not yet. It's also everything that she was taught when she was younger is wrong and vulgar, and that she should be ashamed of. But now she can be that person when she's on stage. Personas are very powerful tools for performers to be able to separate who they are on stage to who they are off stage. There are so many singers who do this so that they can separate their public and their personal lives. As a performer, you give so much of yourself to your fans that it's important to have that separation so you can be yourself at home. That's why it's important to respect them when you see them around in public. You can go see Chappell Roan in her concert, but let her be Kaylee when she's eating dinner. Chappell Roan is an excellent example and inspiration of never giving up. We constantly see examples of singers rising to stardom at around 17, like Billie Eilish and Olivia Rodrigo. Chappell's time wasn't when she was 17, but when she was in her mid-20s. She's been in the industry for 7 years, but it took her that long to get to where she is now. And that's not for lack of talent, because she is a triple threat of being an excellent vocalist, songwriter, and performer. Not many singers excel in all of those categories. Usually it's one, a mixture of the two. Usually. All three, I don't see it often. This is why I call her a sleeper star, because instead of announcing her presence like a supernova, she snuck in. It took her 7 years of incredibly hard work and initial failure to get here, and now she's here and won't be going away anytime soon. This inspires me to keep going with my art, even though I've been working on it for a long time and haven't hit my stride yet. But she is a shining and current example of it doesn't matter how old you are when you make it or how long it takes. Your time will come. Keep believing in yourself and know your worth. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know what your favorite Chappell Roan song is. Pink Pony Club is mine, since it is the one that stood out to me before I knew that it was hers. It's also an emotional song for me because it reminds me of the time that I danced on the top of a bar with people I met through learning hoop. It reminds me of embracing my freedom and sexuality after escaping a cult. It really means a lot to me, which is a part of the beauty of her music, especially for those who are part of the LGBTQIA+ community, which I'm also a part of. Anyway, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will be back with another video soon. Bye.